Through these halls, where lovers get lost and lust consumes the wicked, a place where reality collides with fantasy, in the pages where romance is second to none. Welcome to the Lover's Library.
Hey lovers!
I'm Carly.
I'm Sydney.
And I'm Zoe.
Welcome to the Lover's Library podcast.
Hello.
We are so excited. All right, so if you don't know or haven't heard, we just did an interview with Morgan Paige. She wrote Ruled Out, and she also has a couple other books. So if you don't know about her, you definitely need to get into there.
Which is perfect because this book that we're going over today is Ruled Out by Morgan Paige.
Yay!
So good. It was so hard doing the interview with her, but not talking about the book too in depth with each other because we hadn't talked about it yet.
Right.
But it's so good, guys. Do you want to do What's the Scoop?
Yes, please. Yes,
All
yes,
right. So we did want to give a big shout out to Morgan Paige. She follows our page. She interacts with it.
Mm-hmm.
She is the sweetest girl. We're so excited.
We're on Google with her.
Google.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
That's wild. Sorry,
Producer
we're looking.
Adam just put a TV in our pod lab.
Yeah, and now we can see things.
So he's showing us pictures, which is not the greatest idea because we are all a little bit
Distracted.
easily distracted. So that awkward pause was him showing us pictures and all of us processing what he just showed us.
Yeah.
But Morgan Paige, did we just become best friends?
Basically,
Guys,
Definitely.
she loves Twilight. She likes iced coffee, traveling, fresh chocolate chip cookies, my girl, and the beach. So yeah, I'm pretty sure she is one of us.
Yeah, for sure.
But I know this book is going to be a hit. It was so good. And I really am looking forward to reading her next one as well.
Yeah.
Me too. I already want to pre-order it or whatever.
Yeah.
It's out already.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, you can order
definitely
it.
gotta get it.
Yep, for sure. But this book, Ruled Out, is about a girl named Phoebe. She's starting out her freshman year in college with a bang by falling in love
Literally.
with her softball coach. There's so many twists and turns in this book. It was just so good. And there is an age gap. And when I first heard about that, I was like, ooh, I don't know.
Same.
But I've
We'll
come
talk
to
about
the
it.
conclusion that I'm okay with it.
Me too.
So should we get into it?
Let's do it.
Lovers quarrel. And did they quarrel?
Quarrel they
They
did.
sure did.
It was so good.
All right. So, wait, do you have a summary?
That's it. We're good.
All right. Okay. Here's my thing about age gaps. Okay. I love Morgan, and this book actually panned out really well. But I also like when they're younger than 20, I get a certain kind of feeling a little bit,
Yep.
you know?
Which she's 18 when the book starts, and she turns 19 in the book.
Yeah. And then I think
He
by the
was
epilogue, he's
how
20.
old was he?
31?
30 something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it is a little weird for me to think about like, oh, that's like a child that just turned adult.
Yeah.
But also, when I was that age, I totally had a crush on one of my professors in college. So
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Probably would have
But-
dated him.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's different when you're older.
Yeah.
Like in college, it's just different. But from a professional standpoint, like, and he was like it the whole time. He was like, this isn't okay. I'm your coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
But-
tried to fight it.
Boy, he.
Mm-hmm.
That
So-
joker was fighting in the air.
Do you remember when they saw each other for the first time?
Yes, at the restaurant.
Yes.
At the
and
diner?
then
Yeah.
when she sees him as her coach, I was like, oh shit.
Mhm.
I knew when she introduced him in the restaurant, I was like, oh, that's going to be her softball coach.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
I knew
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. But I really, really liked that it was dual perspective
Me
because
too.
I think if we didn't know what was going through Knox's head, I don't think we would have liked him as much as we did.
Mm-hmm.
I think so too, because all that we could see from her side was like, he doesn't want to be around her. He's
Yeah.
mean to her. Things
He's
like
mean to
that.
her. We're like, what an
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
And he's like, if I'm just mean to her, she won't like me. She'll go away. I just have to be mean. And
But then he's so mean to her that she pushes herself too hard, and girl not dies,
Yes.
but because that would ruin
Yes.
the whole book.
That was
She
my
just
spot.
dies.
I was like,
trajectory, yeah.
so she was late for the first softball practice.
Which, I mean, come on, who's not late?
Right, and she
Zoe's
had
not late.
I'm never
she
late.
had a really good reason. She had a flat tire and
Oh,
she legit
can I
couldn't
quote-
get there.
Can I quote something? Okay.
But the thing is, if it's your first practice and I'm your
I
coach,
mean, I
you
get
show
it.
up late, I'm like, okay, you're a liar. I don't even believe that you had a flat tire. You just don't want to be here.
This is
Yeah.
true.
Okay, let me give you a quote. She said, "It's completely flat, like my tire is doing the lean with it, rock with it right now." I was cracking up.
I love that. It's so funny. She had so many good little one-liners
did.
in there.
I do love that she's like one of the more younger authors.
Mm-hmm.
And so things that she would reference,
We'd understand.
we understand. And it's so funny to me.
Gosh.
All right,
But when
where are we
the-
going next?
I was going to talk about when she had to run for an hour.
Yes, tell us about it.
So she was late to practice, and he was like, well, everyone else is already into this workout, but you're going to finish the workout no matter if everyone else is done.
Mm-hmm.
So she did it. She busted it. She
Which good
kicked
coaching.
ass. She got it done, and she didn't even finish that far after everybody else.
Yeah.
But then he goes, and tomorrow's practice, you're going to come an hour early and run before that too. And she was like, ah, shit. Okay, whatever. And then she came and she ran freaking 5 miles before practice
And then did
just
it
for
again.
him to say, all right, everybody, we're going to go on a run today. She's like, oh, fuck. But she's not a quitter. This girl does not give up.
No,
So she was like,
she doesn't.
all right, I'm going to go. And then she freaking passes out.
Because she wasn't drinking water, she wasn't eating,
Yeah.
she didn't sleep the night before. So she wasn't being a good athlete.
Well, because she was stressed out. She's like, I was freaking late to practice. He hates me. Like,
yeah.
I
She-
also don't drink water, eat, or
I
sleep
know.
often.
But you at least know your body when you're like, oh,
And you're not,
shit.
You're not running 5 miles.
That's true,
Hurry,
I would never do
hurry,
that.
drink some water
I
before
only
you
run
pass
for my
out.
life.
Exactly.
This is a side spin, but have you seen the memes where they're like, when your mom says don't get in a car with strangers, and then the Rio from Good Girls says, "Hey, mommy," and then the person like seal dives into the car.
Right, yeah.
That's me.
Dead.
But I feel like she seemed really mature for her age.
Yeah. But I also think that has to do a lot with kind of how she grew up, like
Yeah,
her
her
parents not
parents.
caring. And
Yeah.
because I even have a quote here. I think it's like on page 2 or something. It said, "I've made it, mom and dad." But she was just saying it like when she walked into her new dorm. And
Mhm.
because her uncle brought her
Yes.
instead of
Yeah.
her parents because they were
Page
doing something.
2. That is just sad.
Right?
Honestly, the fact that like you're already just your parents aren't there for you at all.
Yeah.
That was
But I
pissing me
think-
off the whole time.
I feel like this whole story was so good for her because she had a lot of self revelation. Like she realized a lot about herself and her family and what was important in her life and what
Yeah, she
What was
definitely
important
needed to
to
get away
her.
from her parents.
yeah. So I think Knox brought a lot of that out of her. Like
When we learned his name, I mean, obviously we knew his name, but when
Yeah.
she learned his first name,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to scream. I don't know. I just really liked that.
Wait,
Yeah.
explain. I can't remember.
she called him Knox at one point and he's like,
Yeah.
Oh,
he said my
when she
name.
uses it the first
Yeah.
time. Ah, yeah.
And then he's like, don't call me that. I'm coach to you.
Well,
She's like, okay,
Okay.
coach. Licks lips.
right.
Bites lip.
I have a question. What are your thoughts about Maisie? I
love her.
I
I
love
would
her.
be Maisie,
I want her to be my best friend.
right?
Which she's kind of a real person.
She is. She is.
Remember?
Right.
Yeah. If you didn't listen to the episode where we interviewed with Morgan, she did talk about how Macy was kind of inspired by her actual real life best friend and some of the fun that
you,
they had
Morgan.
together and whatnot. But
So listen more about that on our other podcast.
yes.
Yes. All right. What's your next highlight? Because my highlights are all towards the end.
Mine skips a little bit to when she goes out with, gosh, I can't remember his
Colin.
name. Colin. She went out with
Mr.
Colin
Colin.
for her, was it her
Pride and
birthday?
Prejudice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she went out with
19th birthday.
Colin, which is one of her classmates that she's kind of leading on, but not intending to, but she's using him a little bit.
She is. She's intending to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
But
at first it was like, oh, maybe I can be with this guy. But
Yeah.
the more that Knox was in the picture, she was like,
Yeah.
Nah.
no.
Yeah.
But she also didn't have a huge support system at college, so
He was
he was there. Like he was there for her when she needed him
Yeah.
every time.
Which I mean,
Which I'm glad we got a happy ending for Colin as
Me
well.
too.
Right.
That made
Colin
me
is
happy.
great.
Yeah.
But I will say, if I was in her position where some guy gave me his number and said, oh, call me if you need anything, and my tire was flat, I would not ever call him.
Honestly, you know who I would have called? I freaking would have called my coach.
Yeah, for real.
Honestly,
right?
yeah.
I would have called my coach and been
Yeah.
like, hey, my tire's flat. Like, can somebody come get me or come help me? Or I don't know what to do. I can't get to practice. I don't know how to
Or
change
maybe,
my tire.
her roommate.
I would have called Maisie.
Yeah. But
I
then
would have
she would have made
anybody.
she would
An
have made
Uber?
her late too. You
That's
know?
true.
Yeah.
And
But then
also,
they
why
could've
didn't
backed
they
each other
just
up.
ride together from the first place? Like,
Did
Mhm.
she have school?
they probably did.
Yeah, they had like
She's in
opposite
college.
schedules, kind of.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
yeah,
they
yeah,
went
yeah.
to softball.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I would have walked before I called a stranger to
Right.
help me.
Some
Well-
random dude.
Well, what I was talking about, Colin, and they went out drinking, and she got super drunk,
Yeah.
and then she calls him.
Ooh,
I
love
was
that
like,
part.
because I was saying she seems so mature, and then she gets freaking smashed, and she's like,
Then she acts her
"Hey,
age."
Noxy boy, wanna fuck?" Just kidding, but yeah, let's do it. I was
Yeah.
like, "Girl, like you were so mature, and now you're like, okay."
Alcohol does something to people.
But
yeah.
that's okay. But then so he came and rescued her, saved her, took her back to his house because he's like, I can't take you back to your dorm like drunk like this.
Right.
Which everything that happens, he asked for it. That's him, man. He didn't have to bring her back to his
No.
house.
No.
He chose to do that.
Well,
but-
wasn't it because he didn't want Maisie to see? But I mean, honestly,
He cared about her and he didn't want her to be,
yeah.
he wanted to make sure she was okay. And
Which
she had these vomit panic attacks,
Oh.
which sounds fucking terrible.
yeah,
Yeah, that would be so
I
awful.
hate throwing up, but
You're
I
not
mean,
panicking.
she would have a full-blown panic attack when she
Yeah.
threw up, and it sounded terrible.
Yeah, hated that for her.
So bad.
All
But
right.
didn't he, but then he afterwards, he the next morning,
Oh, the flowers.
he brought her flowers and donuts,
Yeah, that was so
and then he
sweet.
ghosted her.
Okay, I have a quote from that. I have a quote. Isn't it a great when I'm actually prepared for stuff?
I love that you have
Oh
quotes.
my god!
Wait,
Because I love
know.
quoting the book.
Isn't that the shower scene?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I feel like he should not have ghosted her, but I feel like he had a good reason to.
Which we'll get into.
Okay, my quote comes after it. So, like, when they're arguing about the ghosting situation.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is like chapter 18. This is from Knox's perspective. Like, that's the POV of the
Mhm.
chapter. This is what she said. How dare you? She spits through clenched teeth. How effing dare you push me away again? Treat me like a dirty little secret, abandon me for weeks, then try to pull me back into your hold. It's a cycle with you, Knox. You promised me. You effing promised me you wouldn't do this again. You've been a mess, she said. And then it goes down to say, have you considered what I've gone through after waking me up on my birthday with a bouquet of roses, worshiping every inch of my body with your mouth, claiming me as yours, holding me in your arms like I was your lifeline. You effing ghosted me. Do you know how that feels, Knox? It made me feel dirty, embarrassed, worthless. You made me feel like that.
And I felt that way for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, seriously, bro.
It was
Commit.
all-
Be 100% committed or don't. There's
Well,
no
then
gray.
it's like he made her feel like he was ashamed of what her and what they did and
Yeah,
all this stuff,
definitely.
and she's like, "That was like the best night of my life."
Oh, let me go on. Hold on. He said, you made me feel that way, not my parents. You. So spare me the BS. She finishes with a shaky breath, and I can practically hear the tears rolling down her cheeks.
Oh, that's after her parents showed up to that banquet.
yes.
That's right. And they
they
go to the
just-
beach.
Yeah,
Yes.
they just suck in general.
Her
and
parents came and they were it was a sports banquet,
Mm-hmm.
and her family came, and Knox like ignored her the whole time,
Mm-hmm.
and then finally he like had to come because he's the coach and he was talking to all the families, so he
Right.
had to come over to her table, and her parents were freaking awful, and she gets upset and leaves, and he can't hold it in any longer, and he freaking unleashes it on her
Mhm.
dad. And I loved every minute of it. I was
Yeah.
like, yes,
They
tell
so
him.
deserved it. Like, bro.
Yes. But
And
I'm
oh, sorry, go ahead.
okay. Go ahead.
And like this is kind of cuts back to towards the end, but like when her uncle is talking to her about it, he was like, I tried to like fight for you and your parents' relationship, like always telling them how amazing of a daughter they had, and they just never got it.
saw.
And he was like, I tried to be that for like a father to you, to replace the relationship that your dad was never going to give you.
Yeah.
And okay, that was one part I did want to talk about, is when Chuck, the uncle, and Knox meet.
Corbin.
Oh yeah, what am I saying?
Mhm.
Chuck. Chuck was
Chuck's
in another.
the next book.
Oh, he is. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Anyways, when they're fighting,
I almost cried. Oh, I
that
think
was
I did cry. I was
intense.
crying.
yeah, I was getting a little watery. So good writing, Morgan. Love
I know.
you for
that
that.
was so. I said when her uncle Corbin showed up, I almost died.
I know, I was so stressed out.
Yeah,
And then I was really upset that she broke it off with Knox. So like all that.
yeah.
So basically, what happened was Knox and her were spending the weekend together because everyone was out of school and they were having a great time. She kept saying, "We need to talk about this. We need to talk about this because
You'd push it off.
we need to figure out like, are we doing this?
Mm-hmm.
We need to talk about what we're telling people, how we're telling people, like,
Right.
let's be adults about this." And he kept like, no, I've got it figured out, which was kind of annoying because he was doing stuff on the side and not telling her. Had he told her up front what he was doing, I think it would have been smoother, but it wouldn't have been as good of a book.
Definitely.
But so they've been hot and heavy all day,
Mhm.
and they ordered pizza, and there's a knock at the door, and she goes to open it, and it's her Uncle Corbin. And he sees Knox on the couch.
She's red.
Just like, what was he in just his boxers or just
yeah,
sweatpants
they
or
were
something?
just about to get into something.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
he's like,
Spicy.
"Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt?" And then it clicks and he realizes who Knox is. And he's like, "What the hell's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
And he freaks out. And at one point, he lays a hand, like he doesn't hit her, but Corbin grabs Phoebe
Yeah.
and Knox
She's red.
loses
Yeah.
it. And I think Corbin talked about it in the end when
Yeah,
they
he did.
reconcile.
Yeah.
He's like, he only did that because I put my hand on you, and I should not have put my hand on you.
Yeah, he sent the longest, sweetest
Yes.
message.
He did.
It was so perfect.
love
I'm
it.
glad because she was heartbroken when he left. And she's like, he's never going to talk to me again and
Yeah.
all this stuff. But
Can
I was
go
upset
ahead.
that she broke it off with Knox. When
Are
she
you?
told him to leave, I was like, what?
Honestly, I would
Talk
have done the
about
same.
it. Like,
Because
I would have chosen my uncle, who was like the only person.
Yes, I would
like,
definitely.
Who's been there over this guy that I think that I'm in love with, but I just met.
yeah.
this is true.
It would be hard, but
Yeah.
that's what I would have to do.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't
Same.
know what I would have done, but it did make me sad when she made him leave instead of talking about it.
I think out of the stress of the situation, I would just want like some space from like everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely would have called Corbin and been like, "Hey, are you okay?" Because he got thrown into a TV.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
she, even when she's talking to Maisie later, which we should talk about that too.
Yeah.
She said, "Phoebe, what happened?" She pushes, "Knox, my uncle. Oh my God, there was yelling and blood. Maisie, I don't know what to do."
Aw.
And she was like doing that through broken cries. And
Yeah.
so I would have like maybe mildly been panicking, you know?
Mhm.
And so I kind of get just needing some space. I would have, yeah.
I would have needed space for sure,
Yeah.
but
But I wouldn't have waited as long as they did to have a
yeah.
comeback conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
But I think that's the key ingredient to a love story.
I know. There's got to be something that breaks them up.
You
get
gotta
them back
have that.
together.
You gotta have that 2 weeks of silence to realize what you're missing,
Yeah.
so he can say,
There was so
"I
many,
can't breathe
like,
without you."
There were so
And my
many
heart is
parts
like,
where I'm like, if you guys would just communicate,
I
this would
know.
be so much easier.
But one of the things we forgot to talk about was before the fight,
Mm-hmm.
Macy figured out
Yes.
about the relationship, and
Can
she
we talk about it?
was livid.
Fair though, because
Yes.
Macy has only been supportive from the jump.
Yes.
And I feel like out of anybody, she could have trusted her off the rip. Like there was nothing that Macy did or acted like or said that would make you not feel comfortable.
Are you guys saying Macy or Maisie?
I
Macy?
said Macy. I think she said
Oh.
Maisie.
Oh, I said Maisie. I
Maisie?
just wasn't sure what you guys. Sorry. Go
Should
ahead.
we ask? Hey, producer, figure out how you pronounce Maise. We should ask Morgan. Oh,
I'm
wait,
pretty
she did
sure
say
she
it.
said it, but I can't remember what
No,
he
can't
said.
remember.
Yeah, but immediately I would have been like at the cafe when they were sitting there talking
Mhm,
about him, and she thought he was super hot. The next time she saw him as her coach, I would have went up to Maisie and been like, "I'm gonna have sex with him."
Right.
I don't think she
Immediately.
knew at that point, though.
But
No,
the
she wanted
intention,
to.
yeah, the intention was there,
Yeah.
and whether or not it happened or not, at least it was out there.
She's like, he's fuckable.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I felt like when they both, Knox and Phoebe, realized what they wanted
Mm-hmm.
and needed to do at the exact same time, it felt like a movie.
Yeah.
Like he
All
was
the
talking to
pieces
the
coming
former
together.
coach,
Yeah.
realizing
He has
like,
cancer.
yeah, life's too short.
Spoiler.
Like if someone's like in your life, they're worth fighting for. Oh, I have to sneeze, you guys.
Ah! Oh, wow, that was a cute little sneeze.
I'm so sorry.
I was expecting mine are
Bless
usually like,
you.
wah.
But
Say it again.
Maze.
Maze.
That's wrong.
Yeah, all right.
We'll refresh and figure out what Morgan said.
Maisie, which is Phoebe's best friend.
But it felt like a movie. Like she was rushing to him and he was getting ready to rush to her. And then there
Yeah.
they were and they
In
were
the
talking
rain.
and it was raining.
It's always raining.
It's always
always
raining. And the next book is raining
I
too. Rain symbolizes a new beginning and a fresh start and a cleansing.
Yes.
So it makes sense as to why rain. And Pride and Prejudice.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
We can't get. Let's not gonna do it. I'm so excited with this next book. I can't even.
I need to
contain
read
myself.
Pride and Prejudice. It's getting really annoying.
Yeah,
about
it's kind of annoying. Like what are we
I'll
doing?
read it next. I'll read
You
it next.
can't watch the movie until you read the book.
Definitely won't do that.
Yeah.
At the very end, when he asks her to move in with him, I legit thought he was going to propose.
Me too.
I did too, but I was like,
I was
maybe
hoping.
hold off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reel it in.
Morgan's got
Reel
it. Should we talk about the third date?
All right. Third date.
Because I want to talk about something.
Okay.
I don't know which part I liked better. Something about him swiping all the shit off of his desk.
Yeah.
When she went in there?
office.
Ooh,
Mhm.
lordy.
And
then
then
they were
almost getting
hiding.
caught.
Yeah.
Ooh.
nerve-wracking
I love an almost get
and
caught moment.
intimidating.
Yeah.
You're like,
Right,
oh,
right.
no.
But that was that before?
She
That
had
was
to
before
hide
the
in
shower scene,
closet.
Yeah.
right?
Because they were. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So nothing really transpired besides heavy groping
I think.
and
I
kissing.
think it was before her birthday. Like before she
Yes.
went out. Because she was a little frustrated, so she
I
was.
can't
trying to get back.
remember.
He came all over her
Yeah.
stomach in her sundress.
Yeah.
In the office?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I was like
The guys
trying
looked up
to
right when
figure
we
it
were
out in
talking
my
about it.
head the dynamics of it, because the way it was described where he was like holding
He was
His-
holding her up against the wall.
yeah, and then his like dick came out of his waistband of his
Uh-huh.
pants, and then they were grinding and like somehow just on her stomach, and I'm like, how?
Well, it was sticking straight up.
This is what we read, guys.
It was sticking straight up like this, so it squirtled
Ew.
everywhere.
Now we've reached a line.
Well, then the shower scene after she threw up, I was like, I don't think I could do that hungover.
I wouldn't have been able
I
to.
I mean, the logistics involved in the shower,
And
First of
also,
all,
you're
so
sick.
dangerous.
You're
Right?
sick. Like,
and
why
you're
would you
hungover
want?
and sick.
Yeah.
What
I mean,
if she threw up on him? Oh my God, could you?
But I
imagine?
mean, and like,
least she
it
brushed
takes a
her
while
teeth.
to get that kind of out of your mouth. Like,
Yeah.
even if you brush real good,
yeah.
it's like,
The last time I threw up after drinking, I couldn't function all day.
Right, and she's just going straight.
But I'm also not 19, so
But I feel like that's a
That's
general rule of
true.
thumb. Like,
When
I-
you're 19, you don't even get hangovers.
I was gonna say I didn't throw up after drinking, till probably the last like 3 years. So 30s. Once I hit 30, game over.
Oh,
You throw up the next morning.
got a
I
couple more years.
like didn't have a hangover until I was like 24. I was like, what is this?
That's so funny.
I've never had one before. Never been drunk.
Never been like full on drunk.
Nope.
It's okay. It's overrated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's probably a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep that up.
It's fun to drink, like have one or here or there, but
Yeah, I'm not getting drunk to escape my problems. You know,
Right.
I'm good with just the
Yeah.
regular.
sometimes it happens on accident.
I was about to say that.
Because I do that
Sometimes-
frequently.
Sometimes drinks are deceivingly strong.
And you're having a good time. You don't
Yeah.
realize you're like pounding them.
I've gotten close.
And then
I
if
just
you
haven't
hang out
reached
with
over
me,
the edge. You know what I'm saying?
we're having
Yeah.
a good time. And I'm like, you know what sounds really good? If we all do shots.
Oh, God. True story.
I'm not a shotter.
She has
I'm not
done
a
this
shotter.
to me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Any more third date situations?
Man. I was a little concerned.
Okay.
They got hot and heavy fast.
They did.
And I was
Mhm.
worried that their relationship was all about sex.
yeah.
Because when they were together, there was not a lot of, there was no substance to their relationship
Mhm.
Yeah.
apart from the sex.
Yeah.
And that you gotta have more.
But
Yeah.
I feel like when they were away from each other, that's when, like, how Knox would take care of her when she was, like, when she passed out and everything. And then when he wanted to be with her, he was just talking about, like, how much he likes her and stuff.
Yeah.
And then when they
I
went to
think
New York,
they couldn't, also
yeah,
they
New
couldn't.
York was so amazing.
Yeah. This also right there with New York. I'll just skip what I was about to say.
all right, go
They
ahead.
didn't take advantage of the window in New York, Zoe. Did you notice that?
I did notice that. I was
She
Did
like,
made a
notice
point
that.
of talking about the window, and I was like, "Oh yeah, window."
yeah, I knew. I was like, Carly's going to have a good time with this.
And then they didn't. I was like, "Oh,
Dang
you
it.
should have used the window." That's okay. So, should we do fuck, marry, kill?
Yes.
Let's do it.
I don't want to go first.
I'll go first.
'Kay.
All right. I'm gonna go.
I love yours. Yours are always so good.
Mine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're so, like, off the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never want to.
You'll be like
I don't
the
want you
guy
to know
that
my
she
next
saw
move,
at
you
the
know what I'm saying?
library.
Okay, well
That
then
wasn't even in the book.
I got you. All right, so I think I'm going to F Knox,
Uh-huh.
marry the surfer friend.
Oh.
He sounded like a hoe, though.
Yeah.
But you know what? I love a good flip.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
true.
flip as in we're gonna make this work. Because I
Yeah.
like the liveliness that he had and kind of the jokester he was.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that would be a cool dynamic.
Mhm.
And then kill mom and dad
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
because you know.
Mine okay. I have fuck Knox, marry Knox, kill her
Knox.
parents. Kill Knox. No, but I'm a little bit I
Who else you
kind
wanna
of
kill?
No, marry. I think I might marry Corbin.
That's so funny. I put that
That's
I
a
would
great
fuck
idea.
Knox,
Yeah.
marry Corbin, kill her parents.
Yeah. 'Cause I like Knox.
Can I switch? Can
I
I switch
like
my
Knox.
answers now?
Yes.
Surfer guy F,
Okay.
marry Corbin,
Yes.
kill mom and dad.
Yep.
Okay.
Not my mom and dad. They're,
Yes.
Obviously.
I love my mom and dad.
I love it.
My parents are nothing like this.
Yes. I just like Knox. I like Knox, and I would like to marry Knox as well. But Corbin is also very much
Yeah.
like worth the marry. I think.
Yeah. And I feel like I don't know if it's gonna work out with me and Knox. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a good maybe 2-year relationship.
Yeah.
And then
He's very much Leonardo DiCaprio, you know?
yeah.
Only, is with him until 25.
Mhm. Well, should we do speed date?
Let's do it.
I have Knox, and I already pulled him up.
Okay.
Kit Harington,
We have the screen now.
I love Kit Harington.
Kit
He is-
Harington
Jon Snow,
in Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, because Knox had the longer hair, and he was dark hair, dark eyes.
Ooh, broody.
Yep, that was my choice.
Brood.
What did you guys pick?
I didn't have a character for this book.
I picked Max Kepler, who plays for the Minneapolis something Twins.
Aw. That's
Can you make it
funny.
bigger? I want to see his face.
Yeah, I mean, he's
I love
cute,
a good baseball
but
player.
I pictured him with longer hair
Well, he can
Really?
grow it
because I think
out.
he did have longer hair. I know, but when I look at
I
it,
don't
I'm
think it
just
was
like,
like long. I think it was just shaggy.
yeah, it was like
Ooh.
that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's him.
That's pretty good.
He's cute. Do you have
Um,
girl picks? I didn't have a.
I had a girl pick.
Okay.
Which was funny because once I looked it up, I was like, oh, that's why I thought that.
What?
Look up Blake Lively from
Yes.
Sisterhood
Favor?
of the Traveling Pants.
That's a good one.
Oh,
And when I looked it up, I
yeah.
remembered, oh shit, she was crushing on her soccer coach.
Oh yeah.
That's
right?
literally perfect.
Yes.
Like, go to the one with her in the green tank. Yep, that's her.
Oh my gosh.
That's her.
Is that a
She-
softball?
No, it's a water bottle.
Oh, okay.
How is Blake
about to say.
Lively like the prettiest person?
I know.
I know,
I
right?
love
Fair
her. Literally,
She's really pretty.
And
they're like the best couple.
they just seem so nice
I
and
know.
genuine.
and funny. Like they have fun together.
My girl pick was Kate Upton.
Okay.
'Cause,
Why am I so bad with names? I'm like, I have
They
no
talked
idea who
about
that is.
her having like
Ooh.
bigger.
Ooh,
Oh,
do the one in
yeah.
the corner with the green in the background.
Yeah. Like nice girl kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Oh, she's cute.
nice girl, cute face.
Well, that one of her
Banging
right
body.
there
Ooh,
is
yeah.
freaking killer.
Foxy.
Damn.
I feel like Maisie looks like her.
Yeah.
Like in that
okay,
picture
I
specifically.
could see that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I didn't have anyone for her, but I did have someone for Colin.
Oh, tell us.
Look up Michael Welch.
Did
He-
he invent the fruit snack?
No, he played Mike in Twilight.
Ah.
Go down. That one.
Oh God, he's such a nice little
No,
goody
we
boy.
don't need that. I don't want to see that.
Not
That's
the hot
disgusting.
picture.
I
We
don't
never
like
saw
that.
him shirtless.
Look up put from Twilight,
From Twilight.
because that character from Twilight is exactly in
Isn't that the one,
Twilight. He was
Anna
like
Kendrick
crushing on
dates or
Bella.
something?
Yeah, he does date her later after
Yeah.
he gets a
He
no from
is-
Bella. Look, isn't that so perfect?
Yeah. Especially with the Letterman jacket.
Yes, it's him.
Okay, I
Ugh.
might have one for Corbin. I couldn't tell you his name though. He is the dad in what's the two brothers that are like demon hunters?
You're joking, right?
Supernatural, yes. The dad in Supernatural will be Corbin.
You know we talk like every time
I know,
I
I
say
couldn't-
Jensen.
Oh,
Jensen
hey,
or Jared?
he's the guy from The Walking Dead.
Okay, I was also thinking Walking
For
Dead. couldn't-
Corbin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I pictured Corbin to be a blonde with blue
beard at
eyes.
the- go down one.
Jeffrey D. Morgan.
Why do we look at that beard? Oh,
Uh-huh.
I love a good salt and pepper.
Where are the
He's
oh
a
that
great-
bottom left one when
My
he slicks
God.
is his hair slicked back? Mm.
Uh,
What if it's oh my God, what's his name? Pedro Pascal.
Oh, my
Oh.
god! I love.
Okay. We're getting
yes.
carried away now.
I know.
Are we sure we're not into age gap?
Right? We're not in college.
Pedro
Okay.
Pascal.
So what do you think of the age difference?
I had
Does
a
it
hard
bother
time
you?
with it.
Does it
Yeah.
make a difference if he wasn't her coach? Would it be more digestible?
What was
I
it?
think
11
so.
years?
I think it was the power dynamic, I think, a little
Yeah.
bit for me because he was in a position of authority. Sometimes that can skew the lines of,
Yeah.
where a relationship should be.
Yeah.
But if it's like he wasn't her coach, I think I would have had an easier time. And
Yep.
that she was like maybe a couple years older.
If he wasn't her coach, I wouldn't have been as excited because I love a man. That's
Well,
in
it's
charge.
that- it's that out of reach.
Yeah.
The not supposed to
Forbidden
have
love.
it. Yeah, forbidden love. That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
I was talking to my coworkers about it because I was telling them like what book we were reading and
Mhm.
about it, and they said I'm torn. I don't know how I feel about this age gap thing.
Yeah.
And they were talking about it, and one of my coworkers, which shout out Margot, she was
Margot.
one of my instructors at when I went to school.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking love her. But she's like, oh no, it's fine. And then I said that he was her softball coach, and she said, absolutely not. That's unprofessional. So it's like it does kind of like, does it make a difference? I don't know. But he knew it was wrong,
Yeah.
and he
He was verbal
took
about
action to fix it. They
Yeah.
weren't trying to hide it and keep going as things were.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, if we're going to do this and we're both serious about making this work,
Yeah.
I will turn over my life, like change everything
Right.
to make this work.
Which
so,
is insanity.
Yeah.
oh, I was like, romantic.
Insane romance.
I have a big crush on a
Oh.
coach. He
Oh,
just
yeah?
happens to coach a third grade softball team.
Oh,
Her husband's
I was
shaking her
thinking,
head.
I was like, I have a big crush on a quarterback. He-
JJ Watt or something.
Oh, no.
He's not a quarterback. He's a running back.
Derek
Am I
Carr,
close?
baby. He's my
He's a
man.
linebacker. Uh,
We're talking about sports.
Sports. Whoa.
I know
okay.
F1. That's
Somebody
all I
said
know.
something about JJ Watt. What sport does he play? And I was like, baseball.
What? Oh my gosh.
Just don't ask me
What
questions.
is he?
Oh.
What does he play though?
Football.
Football.
He's a defensive
Defensive end?
linebacker.
Oh, I had it right.
Oh my god,
Honey, are you so proud of me? Oh.
You know what I like? Formula One racing.
Really?
Oh,
Are you gonna
my
watch that
gosh.
new
Can we
movie?
go
What,
to that
what?
movie together?
What?
What's the
The
movie?
new movie.
Gran Turismo.
He's
Did you
a-
see
Is
it?
it a Formula One?
He's a video game player.
They said it's a true story.
Is it a Formula One?
Orlando Bloom's in
Yeah.
it.
What?
They said it's a true story, and it's this video gamer. He plays
Uh-huh.
the game, loves it. He wants to get into real racing, and his parents are like
That's not
too
Formula One."
expensive. We can't afford this. Blah blah
Mhm.
blah. And then he gets a chance to do it in real life.
Mhm.
They have like a competition to see if these gamers can actually race.
Which they had to have some
Hmm.
good waivers. 'Cause
Right.
You can die.
Well, and that's what the coach said. He's like, we're gonna kill these guys. They're not athletic at all.
Yeah.
But that's beside the point.
Tangent. But they have to be a certain weight every
'Cause
race
they want it to be light.
because of the vehicle
Yeah.
and because whatever weight you are, if you're too heavy, then it'll mess up the dynamics
slow.
of your car.
Is insane.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know
Or a
any of that.
coxswain
Oh, you
for a
should
boat.
honestly. Everybody should get into Formula One, and you should be on Mercedes team and not Red Bull because absolutely no. We don't like Max
Wait.
Verstappen. Well, okay,
But I want
I
a
can
Mercedes
appreciate him.
GLK 350 with a Red Bull logo on it. Can I have both?
No,
Hmm.
no.
Hard choice to make.
We're not Max Verstappen. Look, I respect him, but I hate that he wins all the time. And we really want Lewis Hamilton to
Is
be
he
winning,
cute?
or George Russell.
Oh, this isn't like Dale Earnhardt.
Ew, no.
That's NASCAR, and you sounded so
You know who
country
I-
when you said that.
Dale
Lewis
Hamilton.
Sorry, every once in a while my accent comes out.
My
LEWIS.
accent. You're fine. You don't have an accent. You're just cute.
You don't have to lie. I know I do.
We all have an accent to
Love
somebody.
him.
Think
I
about
get
it that way.
Southern mad.
We
He's like
get-
a 7-time champion.
He looks like a Damon. Look at his eyes in that third
Oh,
picture.
he's so beautiful. I love him.
Look at his eyes look freaking black, like the whole thing.
It's
He
just
has no
beautiful.
whites of his eyes.
there's another racer. Why
I
am
think we're
blanking on his
very
name?
off track.
We were way off track.
We
Can we
are.
talk about our happily ever after?
Yes.
I know. It has nothing to do with rolled out.
And
Yeah.
let me tell you,
All right, guys. I think we're.
let me tell you how
What?
excited I am for this happily ever after.
Me too.
I think this next book might be my new favorite book.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I'm so
I know.
so freaking excited.
We're so ready. Like so good.
I'm
And it's
so
funny
freaking
because
excited.
we're reviewing that next book, Love Wager, right after we record this one. So like we're
And let me
and we
tell
all
you,
finished it like last night.
Yeah. At like 1 in the
when
morning.
you said Carly was like, I'm 75%
no,
done.
I was done. Sydney
it
was
was me.
Oh,
75.
you were done.
Yeah.
Sydney said she's 75% done, and about 30 minutes later, I said, I just finished.
Yep.
It was like 1:30 in the morning.
We should
Guys,
we
it's so
should post
good.
our text messages because honestly,
I thought that
for
was funny
run-
too,
Yeah.
that thread.
Yeah,
I was like,
so
there's
funny.
no way that we all just finished this.
I freaking love it.
So you should be excited about this next episode.
I honestly, like,
Yep.
It might be sporadic. a little bit,
reread
though.
this book just to figure out if I missed anything because
Mhm.
I liked it so much.
Yeah,
Yep.
I might finish it on Audible. Like I read it.
But Ruled Out was
in the
really
book.
good too. We
It
need
was
to
sorry.
live on Ruled
yes.
Out.
Morgan, we appreciate you so
Yes.
so freaking much for
You're so
coming on.
great. We love you. Thank you for supporting us.
Yes.
And we're gonna
And we're
do
gonna
our
make
best
a
to
trip
support
to
you.
come visit you.
Yes.
You
Yes.
are
I'm
so
from
Cool.
Texas, so we
Yeah,
should
that'd be
hang out.
I
fun.
was literally just in Texas last
I
week.
still want to be one of your alpha readers, please.
Me too.
Please.
And I'm getting Love You From Afar.
I'll be your
Ordering it
audio.
today.
Yes.
I'll record your audio books for you too.
All right, guys. So
Oh, yeah,
that's the
I
end of the
forgot.
podcast. Thank you guys for coming and joining us and listening. If you want to
Thanks.
follow us on any of our socials, we're Lovers Library Podcast on Instagram and also Lovers Library Book Club on Instagram. We also have a Facebook group that you can join to be a part of our book club where we announce where we're going to meet up if you're in our city or just want to talk about the books and meet other like-minded romance lovers. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening. And this is Lovers Library Podcast.
Happily Ever After.
Bye.